What's up everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video we will be talking about iOS 18 after 2 weeks with the beta. The 2024 has been flying by. If y'all are dealing with this heat wave in the United States, it sucks, but hey, grab your cool beverage, your drink of choice, or if you're just watching me and you're drinking a cup of coffee, cup of tea, whatever. Hope you enjoy this weekend follow-up video, and let's get started. Alright, so we're first going to get started with battery. Of course, my battery health is at 91%. We got 7 hours, just over 7 hours of screen on time on this day, about 3 hours off, and used 96% battery. So that's about what you can expect with Beta 1 after 2 weeks on battery life on average. This was on June 20th. There's a few other days that I went over because sometimes, like right now, I have 1% on Saturday and it's 2 o'clock in the morning because I unplugged this phone and already used 1% of battery in a day. Alright, now we're going to get into the features that I have seen in iOS 18 now that I'm on the second beta. Then we'll get into comments and we'll wrap up this video. This one ain't going to be a long one like the last one, my 1 week later, because there's not much. There's only a few things and some stuff that I want to clean up. So Final Cut camera was launched on the iPhones, requires iOS 17.4 or later. Here's the first splash screen. Then here's the one where it says allow permissions to such and such devices like the camera and the microphone. And then you hit the little continue pink button down below. Actually, it's purple. You get this little pop-up asking, you know, the usual. And then for the new pop-up is here. Grant access for the iPads, so you can use Final Cut camera for the iPad side to link multiple cameras if you want to do B-roll shots and stuff like that. And then it'll give you a pop-up with the device, Bluetooth connection. Bluetooth will connect to devices on the local network. Find the devices, and it gives you a little list of devices within your local network, including my thermostat and everything. And then you can actually deny or allow access. You can also change this within the privacy settings within the app. Actually, it's under privacy, not within the app, but one of the issues that I have noticed is I cannot change from stereo to mono audio. If you know how to do that, let me know. I don't see a setting within audio settings or within the settings app underneath this application. I missed calling a voicemail from the phone app from a friend, and now it gives you a pop-up saying about the voicemail, and transcript of voicemails can easily be at a glance. And then now when you tap on the actual phone call, missed call, it brings up their contact poster, and then you have to call them. So no longer accidentally opening the phone app and then pocket dialing. If you ever had that issue, that is no longer a thing in iOS 18. So I had to drop into the Amazon Echo that's in my office. Sorry for triggering your devices. But it gave me a pop-up in iOS 18 on the iPhone 15 Pro Max if I want to join the devices here on the local network. So I can mirror my call via audio to my HomePods, my thermostat, and a few other devices that are on the local network. And it gives you a pop-up and it actually says the devices that it detects on the local network, not just, do you want to allow Amazon A-Lady to have access to devices on the local network. It just gives you a list now in iOS 18. We made it nice and dark in the office because we're looking at the flashlight. Now I want to point out something cool here is the flashlight has its own little dynamic island. Little dynamic island animation. You can do this. And it's buggy sometimes. We're in a beta. That's to be expected. But you can go very wide beam like this, medium beam, or narrow beam. Once again, that is medium beam, wide beam, and then ultra wide beam, like a floodlight. It's actually pretty cool. I like it. But one of the weird bugs I found when I was just messing around at the control center one night is if you make this strobe, it will reboot or respring the springboard on the iPhone as a unexpected behavior. It also heats up the phone, which sucks. But it is a weird, unexpected behavior. Just like that. There we go. I got it to be reproduced. It took a while, but there you go. That's the unexpected behavior with that one. Brandon Butch reported in his video that when he turns off the flashlight, it would delete the Books application. Mine does not do it. But hey, the beauties of testing a beta, you get unexpected behaviors. Now, because my stuff is in dark mode, we're just going to keep the office dark. So I was texting a friend via emergency SOS via satellite. You can see a little satellite indicator up in the dynamic island. And then when you tap on the dynamic island, this little animation comes out telling you where to point the phone, and VoiceOver gives a haptic feedback. It's a tap via the Taptic engine, and it doesn't get stronger as you're pointing towards the satellite. It actually stays the same haptic intensity, but it goes from this rate down to when you actually point away from the satellite, and hopefully the microphones pick that up well. But here's our conversation. This was to a Verizon customer from a T-Mobile line, and I also text a T-Mobile phone number to T-Mobile number, and our conversation was pretty successful. Within the control center, we have a satellite toggle right here at the bottom that is enabled. It turns off cellular, it turns off a lot of stuff. This comes to iPhone 14 models with the satellite feature, and the 15 models, and of course the 16s when they come out. I did receive a comment in the last video that the emergency SOS via satellite was not working for a friend. I turned the light back on in the studio. But we're going to get into the comments and look through the comments of last week's video. Now, I know Carlos is trolling, but he said that the messages via satellite was not working for him. That is to be expected in a beta, that you'll have unexpected behaviors just like that. Someone that's been on the channel quite a few times, Taylor, reports that the control center is not accessible. Neither is a Bluetooth toggle on his iPad Pro. Taylor, you're not alone. All the toggles, when you open up the control center and actually go to the little toggle platter here and go to the list, they are not accessible with VoiceOver. For that, I'll demonstrate.
VoiceOver on. Button, 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 button.
Literally, it's a mess. Now, that is beta 1, so I'm not going to complain horrifically, but, you know, it's beta 1. It's got work it needs to be done to it, and feedback is going to be sent to Apple to help improve that and stuff like that. Like always, good supporter of the channel, Lavendi, commented, nice update video, basically, and then I responded back to him and then stuff like that. But he's a good supporter of the channel. Shout out to all the people that commented: Taylor, Lavendi, and Carlos S. Tech. If you want to chime in, go ahead and chime in at the bottom of this video and we'll feature you next week. But that's about as much as I have for iOS 18. Remember, iOS 17.6 developed beta 1 did come out, and I believe the public beta is also out this week. But before I end this, we need to check on the calendar. All right, we got a new splash screen within the calendar app. Okay, new splash screen for new reminders and then new calendar views. Okay, let's just continue. All right, I got June 24th selected with VoiceOver. The week of June 24th, I expect another beta of iOS 18.0. And then the following week of July 1st, there may be a beta for iOS 17.6. Maybe. It would be somewhere between the 1st and the 3rd. I don't expect it on the 3rd or the 4th, really, or the 5th, because Apple will take a break on their 4th of July weekend, because that is a holiday here in the United States, Independence Day. So if no betas come out, we have the 24th, where there'll probably be a beta for iOS 18 on the 24th or 25th, and maybe iOS 17.6 on the 26th. If not, we have to jump all the way to July 8th. The week of July 8th is when we'll get more betas in the pipeline. But that's about it for calendar events. And then here you go. Here's the calendar lookout for July, if you were curious. But yeah, besides some weird unexpected behaviors, minor issues, and stuff that I left out in the last video, iOS 18.0 has been pretty okay. Like I said, 17.6 with a few features, and I made that video and made that joke about 17.6, and then here it is. 17.6 did come out as a developer beta. That's probably for the people that want to stay on iOS 17 and not jump ship to iOS 18. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.